Hey guys, week number 18 coming to a closeout of the regular season and my last time doing an Opto video for the site this year. Um, do not know plans for next year. Um, there are plans to upgrade the Optimizer, get a few more different settings that I've been asking for, speed up the time of how long it takes to make the lineups. So that's where we're at right now. I think I'll be back, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll kind of see how that goes. But I've enjoyed doing these videos with y'all. If you guys want to put any comments, anything you'd like to see maybe next year if I'm back, or anything you liked, anything you disliked. I think I've made this a little bit bigger so you can see it a little bit more easier. Somebody did post, so I do read the comments. And anything else you maybe like to see or that might be interesting to maybe make it a little bit more usable. All right. So anyway, let's get to it. So week 18, I would pay attention to news. Teams, who's playing for something, who's not playing for something. Some of the younger guys getting some playing time. I would definitely stay on top of news more than ever this week. I like this week. Feels a little bit like a preseason slate where I did pretty well last year. I mean, yeah, this year. But yeah, if you pay attention to news, you can have an edge over the field for sure. All right. Anyway, DraftKings 40 receiver, running back, receiver, and the flex, custom stacks. We'll get to the first one. The first one I actually did Joe Flacco. He was announced as a starter. He's only 5,000. And in the 2 games that he started this year, I think he had almost 30 points in one, and I think it was almost 18 in the second one. I haven't read this anywhere, just my own thoughts. This might be his last game ever. So would you want to go out with a bang? They can't really run the ball too well. So why not just, throw throw it like crazy? Michael Jordan's last game. Uh, that reference. But anyway, he's 5,000. Matchup isn't that bad. The Dolphins are kind of weak against the slot. I don't mind Elijah Moore also. He's pretty cheap for a double stack if you want to go that route. But Conklin's been playing well. He's been playing well with Flacco. He played well with him in the beginning of the season. And then Tyreek is the best comeback. Skylar Thompson, quarterback, probably dings him a little bit, but he's Tyreek. He can score 40 points any week. So I like the stack. And then the second stack, Josh Allen. How can you not like Josh Allen this week? The emotional roller coaster they've been on this week, and the good news with Hamlin. Looks like he's been talking to the team via FaceTime and talking to the guys. So such a, what a great story that he's coming around. Looks like he's going to be okay. So I'd assume they'll do something on the big screen before the game. They're at home. Going to be pretty emotional for them. And Diggs, if you watch it like most everybody did, you saw how emotional Diggs was. I think he's going to really want to perform big in this game. Go ahead and did it with Dawson Knox for the double stack, and then Jacoby Myers has actually been playing pretty well. He's got a decent price, and New England is also playing for something. I don't want Singletary in the lineup with Allen, and I don't want the Patriots defense. Right. And max exposure this week, 45 quarterback, running back, receiver, tight ends, defense. Running back this week is not that many. So you'll see on the next setting here on max exposure actually went a little bit more receiver. So many question marks, some of these running backs playing in timeshares. I'm actually going to bump my receiver exposure up a little bit more for the flex position. I think that's a pretty good way to go this week. All right, let's go to player settings. Let's go see who's popping. Good quarterback. We'll sort it by value. Andy Dalton, top. I'd like him if he was the only one quarterback playing. But we have Taysom Hill coming in and vulturing stuff. Flacco's actually showing second. Mac Jones is actually third. He figured I'd be throwing to stay in the game. But man, that's a tough task after what we just talked about. Russell Wilson's interesting. He's had 2 out of 3 really good games. Gino, Kenny Pickett, Josh Allen up here. Let's go to running back. Sort by value. Cam Akers, been playing really well in Seattle. Zach Moss, Houston's funnel defense for the running back. Najee is interesting. I don't know. Man, Warren's been getting a lot of playing time. He did last week. He actually played really well. So that's tough. Can Najee have a ceiling game with Warren, taking carries away? Kenneth Walker, Lat Murray, Chase Edmonds, I don't mind Aguilar. Looks like Tampa Bay is going to be resting. They're at home. And actually, Atlanta's favored, if you did not see that. So it's kind of crazy, but that's the state of the playoff time. So we got. And receiver Rashid has been playing really good. Shaheed for the Saints. Kendrick Bourne. That's an interesting one if you did want to use Jacoby Myers. Huh. Popping pretty good. That's a decent projection for only 3,400. Drake London's interesting. Curtis Samuel is another Patriot. Thornton. All right. Let's go look. Let's go to the teams and see who we popped up here. All right, so I already went through these and looked, and I actually liked the first one quite a bit. You got Allen, Akers, Walker, Diggs, hookup, Marquise Brown. Pay attention to his injury. He's got sickness and something else. There's Shaheed, who we saw one of the top values. There's McBride and there's Najee, we talked about. Like I said, I'm not sure his true ceiling with Warren getting catches. And then Giants defense. I mean, the Eagles are favored by 2 touchdowns, so I'm not sure about the Giants defense, but they're popping because they're so cheap. Let's go to the end, like I like to do. There's Flacco, Walker, Najee again. Let's see if we can find one without Najee. Flacco, McCaffrey, I'm not sure. I guess they're going to find out, if they're playing for something. It's an afternoon game. So looks like Elijah Mitchell's going to be playing. So it might be a little bit ugly in that backfield. And McCaffrey's actually showing pretty big ownership also. This one's not bad. But they got the Patriots D again. I wouldn't use Patriots D against Buffalo, but Flacco, Akers, Walker, Diggs, Hill, Sheik, Conklin. I like this one, but not the Patriots defense. Yeah, I like this one quite a bit. It's actually, I don't know why it's got Diggs and Patriots in there at the same time. This is probably my favorite one, guys, just by looking at some of the research I've done, apart from the Patriots defense, if you can find a different defense. All right, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm signing off for 2022-2023 season. Fantasy Points Optimizer. Like I said, if you can do a thumbs up for the YouTube video. And then if you want to put some comments in there, if you enjoy the videos, like I said at the beginning, if you liked anything, anything you'd like to add, any requests, I'm assuming I'll be meeting with the developers over the off season, see if we can do some upgrades. I reached out to them this morning already. Make sure that we stay on top of this and make the optimizing even better than it is right now. All right, everybody. Hope you guys have a good last week in the regular season, and have a great weekend.